morning, viewers. My name is Brandy. I'm also known as Habitat Woman. I'm going to be showing you how to fix things in your habitat. Now, there's a little button that says subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to me now because you're going to love everything you see from me. Okay, this table I got from a nice family. So what we're going to be doing today is sanding it down with, we're going to use first 60 grit paper, and you want it to be a little pliable. I like it pliable because if I have to use my hands, it fits in your hands like you want it to. We're also going to be using a sanding block. Why? Because it keeps it nice and straight and flat, so there's not many unfortunate wobbles in your design. With the block and by hand, because it makes it more artistic in my view. So what you do is you follow the grain of your wood. If the grain goes up and down, your hands go up and down. And you can tell, once you start working it in, it's not going to go very quickly, and it will take some time to get done. But you just take that top layer off and keep working it. You'll notice that a lot of grime and stuff gets on your sanding paper. That's why you have ready more to go. Oh, just want to introduce Dave, my dad. He's going to be helping me with projects on our channel. One moment, please. All right, Dad, do you want to start sanding it down?
Sure, why not? How far have you gone?
I just did a rough grade, and it's grabbing a lot of stuff, so you'll have to tap it off every time you do it. That's good enough. Just keep going. Now, while he's working on the rough grade, I'll start working on the edges. You know, doing this brings up a past story, why I started. And honestly, why I started doing what I do is because of my father. He is always. He is a gentleman who likes to overdo everything. So, in that aspect, I've learned to do it overdone, but strong. So yes, he overdoes everything, even to this day. So I'm always talking him back down. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. How about this way, Dad? Which is kind of cool. Okay. This is a clamp and sand. So it's a palm sander. It is a palm sander. There we go. And this will be for my dad. The difference with this is, of course, it's electrical. We will be plugging it in, and it has a catch, so it catches all the dust that we're going to be collecting, which we will empty as we go. The difference between the grits is how rough it's going to be. So this is a 40. It's going to be a really rough grit, almost like a very sandy sandpaper, basically. And then as you go up in numbers, it decreases on how much your sand grit sticks out. Okay, so this one here is a 60, this one is a 40. You can tell that each one has a different thickness to it. Okay, I like doing it by hand because I get to literally watch how my sandpaper works. Now when you use a machine, it's a little more loud. If you'll notice, it leaves a little bit of a mechanical part to it. See how it kind of left jags in it? Well, it's okay because it's fast and it takes off a lot quickly. Now after that's done, I'll have to come back and use my sandpaper to get the top off for one, but now you can see that there's all these little patterns in it. And I'll have to use a sandpaper a lot to get those patterns out because I don't like my product to look mechanical. if I was doing a large project, I would probably stick with the mechanical to get the base part done quickly so that I could move on to the more technical techniques and make it look nice and sheen. We've got to the point where I've got it sanded down as good as I want to right now. I've got it down to 100 grit, which is not super fine, but it's good because when you go to stain it with this stain that I'm going to use here, which is English chestnut, and I'm using my rag, make sure you have your safety gloves on. And again, just get your rag nice and wet, not to where it's dripping. So you just want to drip it the rest in there, but where it's nice and wet. Then you'll start on one section and you rub it in. This next part is very important. See how it already has its first coat on it? It's not done yet. The trick is, when you're done, go over it all with a nice, wet, stained rag. Make sure you put your muscles into it so that it all gets a nice, even stain. That's what we're after, is a nice, even stain. Remember, don't give up on your project. Keep it going. Make sure you get your edges. Everything is important. Voila. Step back. It's all even. There's no one dark area, one light area. It's perfectly stained.